It's Toma time! Charles Oliveira fans, it is time to face the sad reality. Charles will never become a champion again. I know there are a ton of Charles Oliveira fans out there, and I can respect it and I can appreciate it because he's a great fighter, he has a great story, and he's a great personality. And after UFC 309, a lot of you guys are back on the train of give Charles a title shot. Even Dana White at the UFC 309 post-fight press conference said that he would fly out Charles Oliveira for the title shot against the winner of Islam versus Arman Tsarukyan. Now, I understand that Charles just beat Michael Chandler. It just happened last weekend. But if we're being very, very honest with ourselves here, feelings aside, he does not deserve a title shot. He lost to the current champion, Islam Makhachev. Not only did he get dominated on the ground, he also got basically knocked out on the feet. And the guy who's challenging for the belt, Tsarukyan, just beat Charles Oliveira a few months ago. Now, I am all for fun fights, fan favorite fights, Islam versus Charles too, but the time is not right. Charles just lost to Arman Tsarukyan before the Chandler fight, and now we're gonna give him a title shot of the winner. To me, as much as you guys may hate this, it does not make any sense and it would be undeserved. Now let me tell you what should and must happen and what fight fans are thirsting to see instead. Insert Max Holloway. Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira are at the exact same point in their careers. They have done it all. They have been champions, they have lost the belt, fought their way back to the top, but just like Max Holloway, Charles will never become champion again. And that's why you have to match up these two fighters. Stylistically, Charles just fought Michael Chandler, and you can see why Charles beat Chandler. Chandler is a low to the ground power puncher. He is not a volume puncher. And he is older in his career. He is now prone to takedowns even though he is a wrestler. That's always how it goes. When fighters go towards the end of their career, they get taken down no matter what their base of MMA is. So with that being said, you have Max Holloway, a volume striker, just like Charles Oliveira. And you have Max Holloway, who even though he got taken down against Ilya, he got right back up every single time. This matchup is a UFC fan's dream. And personally for myself, I know Max Holloway just got viciously knocked out, guys. It hurt me to watch that because Max Holloway is one of my favorite UFC fighters. But for me, I think Max Holloway needs to retire from the 145-pound division. He's already done it all there. He's already tried to get the title back. It is just not gonna happen. How many times have you seen a champion lose his belt and never ever get it again? It's just, you just won't get it back. And that's exactly what Charles Oliveira is. So instead of putting Charles against the two guys he already lost to, who are stylistically a boring fight for him because he's just gonna get taken down and smothered, give him Max Blessed Holloway. Even if Charles tries to take him down and succeeds, this is going to be a slugfest on the feet. Max will keep getting up and they will just land shot after shot, barrage of strikes and kicks. Now with me discrediting Charles Oliveira fighting the winner of Arman versus Islam, you may ask, who fights the winner of them then? You have two options. You can give the winner of Islam and Arman to Ilia Topuria and give him a fast track to a two-division champion, or you can just be patient. Islam is not an active fighter, and if we're being honest and foreseeing the future, Arman is getting out-wrestled and out-striked. Islam is just a better version of Arman. So after Islam wins, give him some time and let Max Holloway fight Charles Oliveira, and the winner of that fight gets a title shot. We know there are so many Charles Oliveira fans out there. He's a fan favorite and you guys are screaming for it. But don't act like Max Holloway hasn't been here longer and done it better than Charles Oliveira. So why not let the two fan favorite fighters square off, give us fans an exciting, insane matchup, and no matter the outcome of Charles versus Max, we will still get a fan favorite fighter try his chances at getting a UFC belt again against Islam Makhachev. Now, just like in my last video, I already know I'm going to have a lot of fanboys, especially Charles Oliveira fanboys, flood my comments saying, "Are you insane? There is no way he doesn't deserve the next title shot." So let me explain myself so I can just address it right here and right now and don't have to lurk in the comments. Charles Oliveira is 35 years old. He is 2-2 in his last 4 fights. This is not the Charles Oliveira that went on an insane title run. That's just not him anymore. He has aged. He is another fighter, insert Kamaru Usman, that has fought so much, has been the champion, and now he is a slight shell of himself. Do you guys really think Charles Oliveira back in his title run days is losing to Arman Tsarukyan? No way in hell. That fight clearly shows you that he is not capable of beating the champion of any division anymore. And so to fast track him after a Michael Chandler win who hasn't fought in 2 years and give him Islam, it would just feel forced. Who knows where Charles Oliveira goes after losing another title opportunity. Let's say Charles does get this fight and he fights the winner. He's not going to win. And where does that leave him after that fight? That leaves him potentially retiring, because after that, he'll never get another title shot again. So why not give the fans what they really want, what they just haven't thought about? Give them another super fight with Charles Oliveira and Max before Charles uses his last fight trying to get a title. And give Max a chance at 155-pound gold. We all love Max Holloway. He's done it at 145 pounds. He knocked out Justin Gaethje at 155 pounds. Erase what happened against Ilia Topuria. He deserves a title eliminator fight at 155 pounds just as much as Charles Oliveira. Dana White, all I can ask from you is to please book this fight. Now, if you guys agree with my perspective on these fight matchups, leave a like. Also, comments, give me your own perspective. Say I agree in the comments to make me feel better and smarter. And if you guys want to see more UFC content, subscribe down below.